My name is KP, and welcome to REROOTED, a podcast about the challenges and blessings of rerouting on ancestral soil. A little bit about me: I am from Brooklyn, New York, born and raised. I've lived in London, Paris, and Charlotte, North Carolina, among other places, and moved to Grenada 32 days ago. There will be plenty more podcasts about that. But for now, today, I am called to deliver a message, and I'm going to get it verbatim from my journal. Oh, yes. Let the pressure press you forward. As you can see, if you're on Patreon, honestly, this is the first episode. I think I'm going to do the video only pods on Patreon and maybe put the audio somewhere else. Who knows? This is all just spirit moving me. But my goodness, I am in my pajamas on the internet. Yes, you are seeing me in my pajamas in my bed. It is 8:45 a.m. I have been up since 5:45 with my dog as normal, going for our walks and whatnot. But this is day 3. For the last 2 days, there has been no water, no running water in the pipes. And that's not a Grenada problem. It's not backwards Grenada and lack of water and infrastructure. No, it has nothing to do with Grenada. The infrastructure and such topics for another podcast, but spoiler, I have had amazing experiences with infrastructure, with bureaucracy, all of that here in Grenada. But no, back to the story. I'm staying with a cousin who has completely, overly generously allowed me to stay with him for as long as I need. I hightailed it out of America, and this has been a place to land, just a blessing. However, he has failed to pay the water bill. So, yeah, I believe, is in the barracks or something. He's in law enforcement and he works, I think, 3 days on, 3 days off. So he hasn't been home since Wednesday when the water has been cut off. It is Friday, and he has since paid the bill, but I am still here waiting. So, what I'm learning is that when Nawasa cuts off your water, they do it physically. Like they come and put a physical apparatus on your business so that you cannot access your water. So someone, I believe, needs to come and manually reinstitute the water, which is fascinating. So it has been a lot of me experiencing community here, people helping with water. My other cousin who lives just across the garden, he has helped me with water. Another cousin up the road, she has helped me with water. Um, in the absence of my cousin that I live with and water. So it has been working within the restrictions, the limitations. There have been many restrictions and limitations since I've been here. And again, that's going to be a recurring theme throughout these podcasts. But again, back to today's, and just let the pressure press you forward. Yes, I've been sitting on this podcast for 3 weeks, probably. This is actually episode 2. Another episode has been recorded. It is sitting in my library. Will it be released? I don't know. Um, but it's time. It's time for me to get out of my head, to get out of my own way and help. Here, I am, when I left Charlotte, I left my job as well. I'm no longer working for corporate America. I am ready to branch out into the spiritual arts, healing arts, do what I'm called to do. I know that I know that I know that it's only a matter of time before the corporate American, British corporate, Canadian corporate, capitalistic infrastructure disintegrates. It's already crumbling, but I think it's going to happen faster. The complete demolition, I think it's going to happen faster than we even, those of us who are paying attention, than we even thought. And we're going to be called back. All of us are going to be called back to our innate gifts, what we're here to do, how we're here to help build community, build infrastructure, build lives that are meaningful, that are not revolving around making some corporation billions, making CEOs millions, making an evil system richer. It's not sustainable. That chapter is over. It's over. And I've been feeling this in my bones for years. Corporate America has never made sense to me, but I've always been academically inclined and put onto conveyor belts that I was never meant to be on. I was never meant to be commodified, productified, made into a product. I was never meant to be sold. And my time, absolutely, my time, my talent, my energy was sold to corporations for a pittance. For a pittance. I was not paid what I was worth. Six figures don't even cut it. And that's for honestly all of us. We're all worth so much more. And it's more than just paper money. It's the abundance, looking out my window and seeing a breadfruit tree. I can look out other windows of this house and see mangoes on the ground, watching hens peck at mangoes, little chickadees peck at mangoes. So much abundance, food everywhere, beach down the street. There's just so many opportunities to replenish, to rejuvenate oneself here. There's just so much given, granted, gifted abundance here. And it took me uprooting myself from a system, honestly, that never felt right, that never resonated, that I didn't belong to. It took me finally deciding, you know what? Fuck it. I think I'll take my chances elsewhere. I think it's time. I think it's, you know, a clean break, a clean way has been made for me. My lease was going to be, I moved in April. My lease was going to be up in about 3 weeks anyway. I sold my car. I got out of there. And the restrictions here, the limitations here, the pressure here is just so much more livable. I can deal with this. All right? The pressure that I felt in Charlotte, North Carolina. I was telling someone yesterday, I had no friends, which ultimately was a choice because I got tired of trying with people who were not aligned, who were not equally yoked, who just didn't have the same mindset. When you're ready to exit the system, when you're ready to build a life all your own, there's only so much dilly-dallying, wasting time, going out to brunches, feeding into the narrative of work hard, play harder. I just wasn't willing to sacrifice my energy, my time, my money anymore into coping. Because all that was to me, I just saw it as coping. So I let the pressure build. I stayed home. I enjoyed quality time with my dog. I cooked every meal. I didn't drink. I didn't date. I just didn't want to, again, let my energy leak. I focused all my energy into getting my mind right, to getting my energy right, into building myself up, feeding myself, feeding this vocation that I'm walking into. And that's how I got here as quickly as I did. I moved within the span of a month. Sold my car. I didn't quite break my lease, but got rid of everything in my apartment. Everything happened so quickly, and it's all because I was focused. I was focused. There weren't any distractions, energy leaks. And here, as quickly as I got here, I'm very quickly being directed towards that that focus, that call. I've had a handful of beach days. It has not been all hot gal beach um fets. It's really been no fets. I've been out maybe 3 times in the last several weeks. Well, 4 weeks. Um yeah, it's been some quality family time for sure, which I've enjoyed. But it's been a lot of time in my bedroom writing. So you can see the notebook right behind me, right there. Lots of journaling, lots of walking, meditative time. There's been a lot of karmic, revelatory events that have given me choice points. Which fork am I going to take in the road? And this is all happening very fast. I think because God knows I'm ready. And this lack of water, there've been so many divine instances where God has snapped me right back onto my path, where I thought I was supposed to be doing something and boom, physical, literal collisions, and also spiritual, energetic, mental obstacles that I've had to that have stopped me in my tracks and redirected me. So here and now in my bed, funky, haven't showered in about, well, I took one of those bucket showers yesterday. So haven't bathed in almost 24 hours. It's one of those beautiful challenges. Yet another one. There have been so many already that are just forcing me, redirecting me, and my focus physically, mentally, spiritually, energetically into what I am meant to do. So I am here to help. I am here to share my experiences again, as amazing as all of this is. Living in paradise. I promise you, it's as glorious as it looks. I just chose a path of lesser preparation. I have enough savings to probably get me through the rest of the year, but it's not about sitting back and just lamping and letting my resources run out so that I scramble. It's about building while I can, while I have the clarity and space to do so. And I have that here. I have the literal space. I'm in a king size bed in a bedroom with my huge dog crate. She has her space. I have an armoire. I can move freely here. It's a big house that I don't have to pay for. But it's not my house. It's not my house. Nor do I want it to be. I want my own. I'm here to build my own, and I'm excited about that. I'm so excited. I look around and I'm like, oh, there's a place for me here. There is land for me here. There's abundance for me here. I don't have a car yet. Limitation number 22. There's so many limitations that I have, but I'm working with that bus. I tell you that. And I'm learning my way around the island through the bus. I have rented a car here. That is another story. Oh my gosh. I have my license. I've done all the things. I'm doing the little things I need. I'm setting up a foundation. And this here is part of setting up this foundation, this podcast. This is an intro into me and this challenge, this divine, fated challenge that I chose. I chose to take this route. I could have stayed in Babylon. I could have stayed in Charlotte, North Carolina at a Fortune 50 company, a $1 billion company. I could have stayed, collected them checks, been miserable. I got a group text from my job. What's today? Friday? I think Monday morning. I'm still in my team group chat. And when I tell you I deleted that text with a vengeance. Oh, I removed myself from that group chat. And just at a quick glance, it was about a work emergency. It's always a work emergency. From what I recall, they're having a spring sale event. It's Memorial Weekend, I believe, in the US. I don't have my US calendar, my Google Calendar anymore. I switched that to the Grenada Google Calendar, holidays calendar, before I even left the US, like months ago. I was like, yeah, no, I don't believe in these holidays anymore. So I removed the US holidays calendar and put in the Grenada holidays calendar. So it's just chaos there now. You know how it is. They like to use US holidays as a vehicle for greed. So I'm sure they're having some holiday event where they're marking down, quote unquote, marking down, AKA reducing markups for the holiday weekend. And all eyes are on the website. I worked for the website. All eyes are on the website, and they want to make sure that things go off without a hitch and yada, yada, yada. And everyone's watching metrics and sales. And I looked at that text and I said, this was my life. This was really my life. The fact that in my ripe youth, I have chosen, I have chosen to take a step back, to step away from this toxic bullshit ass system where these people own your time and they know it. They know it. And they know your value more than you do. And they pay you whatever you agree to while they're taking the value, the worth that you didn't know you had. And the fake stress, stressing over greed, their optics, their metrics, taking home their worries. Man, I feel so delivered from a system that was never meant for me. It's never meant for me to thrive in. All who want to take their six figures and call it winning, what are your labs looking like when you go to the doctor for your annual checkup? What are those labs looking like? Pressure, sugar, all of that. There was a moment I recall my colleagues at work. I was one of the older people on my team, and they just launched into a conversation about migraines, about how much they hate migraines and their remedies and doctor's appointments and all that. Just, yeah, like, I can't believe, da da da. And when I get these migraines and da 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 and da da, and just, I could not relate. I could not relate. You're having migraines with frequency in your early 30s, late 20s, early 30s. This is a thing. I've never had a migraine in my life. It's not normal. It's common, clearly, with these people, but it's not normal. Stop giving your body to these corporations. It's not normal. This is not living. It's barely surviving. So, this pressure here that I'm feeling, I'll take it any day over high blood pressure. The pressure of not being able to bathe for 24 hours, I will take it. The pressure of washing my face and brushing my teeth with bottled water, I'll take it. I'll take it. And now my cousin's calling me probably to check on said water situation. Such a blessing. But yeah, sorry for the interruptions. Awkward. But yes, the whole doing it all on my own, doing it all on my own, handling the pressure all on my own. I don't have to do that anymore. I'd become so accustomed to the rugged individualism of it all, fighting and fighting and fighting. And I'm sorry, my cousin's calling back again. Look at that. Look at that. I'm not accustomed to this. I'm not accustomed to this. My phone is usually never on silent. Since I got here, I realized that, oh, I don't have to put my phone on silent anymore. Like, I can just not run and hide from people wanting to monopolize my time, capitalize on my time, corporations wasting my precious, valuable time. So, yeah, the pressure that I'm feeling now, I'm taking heed and I'm using it to propel me forward to deliver these messages to help all those who are out there who know that they know that they know that it's time for them to exit the system. It's time. You know it's time. You just may not have people in your life who understand, who can help. You may not know what your calling is, or you just might be afraid of it. I've been afraid of it for sure. I didn't understand it. Being intuitive is not exactly something that is supported, that is glamorous. Service is certainly not a means of abundance, styling, whatever that they want to market as sexy on social media. I don't know, but this is kind of styling to me. This is kind of sexy, okay? Living in the Caribbean, having my time to myself until I start taking in the clients. And even then, I'll be doing that in a sustainable fashion. I have lots of plans. I want to do so on a basis where I can take in one client a day, have them all to myself, have all of that energy that day focused on one particular client for that hour and a half, for them to have all of my time, for that day, for me to be able to channel and strategize, to move with deliberate intention, focus. This is how we've always been meant to be, to move from spirit, to move with intention, purpose, to move from a deep place of service to one another. All of us. So if there's a desire in you about something that you want to do and it just doesn't seem feasible, it doesn't seem reasonable, it doesn't seem sustainable, that desire is coming up now. There's probably a way for you to turn that into a ripe livelihood. So please, if you're seeing this, know that there's more for you. Now that I think about it, I'm probably just going to put this up on YouTube as well for everybody to see. The rest of the weekly episodes in between the monthly episodes will be on Patreon, but everyone, everyone needs this message. And as my cousin is blowing up my phone, guess it's time for me to get up and figure out this water situation for today. But if you're seeing this and you're feeling the pressure, the limitations. I have more to say about that, but please, I'm here for you. I'll be sharing all of the non glamorous parts of island life, as well as the gifts, the magic, the synchronicities. Man, my ancestors, my people walk with me every day. I feel them in every waking day, every day since I've been here. There's been some bit of magic. But the synchronicities don't start with the move, they start before that. And I can help with that. They started when I was in Charlotte, North Carolina. The big synchronicities, the ones that guided me here to my vocation and to my ancestral homeland. So if you're seeing this, please know that I'm here for you. I love you. And welcome to Rerooted. We have a lot of work to do, and it's oh so gratifying. The life of your dreams, the life beyond your wildest dreams, it's just on the other side. Be honoring your desires. So I'll be back soon, another podcast with love.